Hello everyone, we want to present our video about the reasons behind world immigration. My name is Cristal Acuña and my classmate name is Macarena Gonzalez. Regardless where you live, it is a fact that our environment has changed. They have been filled with new flavors, smells, colors, and progressively our traditions are mimicking each other, creating multiculturalist countries. Multiculturalism brings many benefits to a country in economically, psychologically, and socially aspects. Nevertheless, have you ever wondered about the cost of this immigration?
Before knowing the reasons for migrating, it is necessary to know to whom we refer as migrants. To clarify this concept, we will be based on the International Organization for Migration, OIM, definition which indicates that a migrant is any person who is moving or has moved across an international border or within and stay away from his or her habitual place of residence, regardless of 1. The person's legal status, 2. Whether the movement is voluntary or involuntary, 3. What the causes for the movement are, or 4. What the length of the stay is.
As everything in life, reasons to immigrate are many and depend on each personal assessment. These reasons are known as push and pull factors. Push factors are the reason why people leave a country, and pull factors are the reasons why they move to a particular country. But the fact is that usually those who immigrate for the before mentioned do it for the reason of poverty, human rights, and the search of new opportunities due to lack of support for their own nations. According to the International Organization of Migration and the UN Department of Economic Social Affairs, estimated that in 2070, a percent of 2,057.7 million of immigrants left their countries. Therefore, which factors are involved behind these global migrations? In the first place, we can find
economic factors, which are generally one of the main reasons for migration. When a country is going through an unstable economic moment, a huge part of the population decides to immigrate in order to looking for an economic stability and new job opportunities. According to the UN International Labour Organization, migrant workers were 164 million worldwide in 2017 and represent nearly two-thirds of international migrants.
environmental migration is also a reality for many migrants around the world. These factors are varied because nature is unpredictable. For this reason, many of those who immigrate do that because they have lost their possessions. For example, due to a hurricane, tornado, tsunami, or other natural disasters. It is hard to estimate how many environmental migrants are they globally, although it estimates that a variety from 25 million to 1 billion by the year 2050.
Education is a considerable factor when talking about migration because there are students who, due to the lack of opportunities, scholarships, or money, have as their only option travel to another country, city, or state to complete their education. On the other hand, those students who decide to live in other place and complete their education there only for personal preference and affinity to the educational center are migrants too.
Nowadays, in the 21st century, migrations are a daily occurrence. Since 2011, thousands of Syrians have immigrated to different European countries as a result of their civil war. The same situation happened with the Ukrainians, who since February 24 have migrated to other countries as a result of Russian invasion. More than 10 million people are already thought to have fled their homes in Ukraine because of the invasion of Russia, according to the United Nations. A closer example of immigration due to wars and dictatorships is Venezuela. A huge number of Venezuelans have been migrating to different Latin American countries due to the lack of food, clothing, money, and life opportunities.
As we can notice, there are many completely valid reasons to decide to migrate, and each one of them is strictly related to life experience. Although the sense of patriotism and the culture that each country has and characterize are of the great importance, it is of significant relevance to open our horizons and to different ways of seeing life, to share cultures and create new mixtures of traditions and families. However, this allows us to continue improving as human beings by giving us the possibility of learning, adapting, modifying, and internalizing new flavors, smell, colors, and traditions. Likewise, it is important to reflect on how difficult it is to leave everything behind and search something better, and how much sacrifice there is behind all those who decide to migrate, and particularly to reflect on how, as product of xenophobia, part of our society turns what it can be an enriching experience of mutual learning into an experience full of violence and sorrow.
To conclude, we want to analyze this phrase in the picture that no one is illegal. Here are our references, and we invite you to think about immigration and the reasons that people can have to do it. Thank you very much.